Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video, I want to take a look at another amazing team here. This team is kinda an anti-meta line, literally, completely an anti-meta line for the current Retro Cup, and it's a strong one. I got up to, I think, 3,100 MMR with this team here, and it was a great team to run, as we're going to have a Dusclops here. As our lead, we're going to have this Pokemon over Dusknoir because of the Ice-type coverage that we need for this team. As this team struggles, especially like the backline with the Pokemon Jumpluff, we need something to beat this, and we're gonna have here, of course, our lead that has the option to beat it with the Ice Punch. So, otherwise, what do we have on the team? We're going to have our Germnaa as our closer, or like, it's hakamo-o actually. Germnaa would be a cool Pokemon to use as well, but hakamo-o is a closer because it's going to be one of the best counters to FURRET. Speaking of good counter to FURRET, we're going to have here Dubwool, a Pokemon that you most likely have not seen in quite a while, and for good reason. This Pokemon got nerfed pretty hard, to be fair, as Body Slam barely does any damage nowadays. This Pokemon actually thought of going for a double nuke moveset on it as well, as, yeah, again, Body Slam is not really the greatest, and you have access to Wild Charge as an alternative option, and to be fair, could have worked out maybe a bit better, depends, but at the end of the day, yeah, I feel like I kind of want to have a little bit of spamminess on this Pokemon to even force some shields as well. So I do think it is a wise choice, most likely, to go for Body Slam on it. Here we're going to be able to win that first battle. Just as a service information here as well, that for the Dubwool, it is nowadays better in neutral scenarios to go for Payback over the Body Slam, as Payback does more damage and also more damage per energy, as Body Slam after the pretty significant nerf on that move. So yeah, this is something that you might want to keep in mind if you want to play this team as well. This team is definitely something I can recommend you, absolutely. It was so much fun to play. Anyway, we're going to see here the Gallade against us, and we can just play it out. Like, honestly, like, I don't really want to see this with my backline, and so we see the Skellige coming in. We can go for another charge move here, and it's going to allow us to get them kinda low. Now we have a tough choice. Do we want to go into our Germnaa, or like, I always say Germnaa, it's hakamo-o, of course. Or do we want to go into our Dubwool? Dubwool can resist the ghost damage, but here we gotta see our Blast Burn version of Skellige. Skellige, the Pokemon that got me to Legend this season. If you haven't seen that video, was a cool one. I like the strategy of that team. I mean, you can see if I can build another team that's kind of similar to that team as well, because, yeah, I liked it a lot. I think it's a cool team that I used that at that time. But, yeah, here we will see the Machamp. I go for the Brick Break because I want to get the guaranteed defense stop onto the opponent, because I was hoping that I can maybe farm them down even with my Dubwool. And at this point, it looks literally like I can farm them down with my Dubwool as well here, so it doesn't really matter though, because I can just farm them down with my hakamo-o. Games are quite quick, I feel like, even though like we have a quite bulky team, to be fair. And here we see again the matchup we want to see. We're going to see the FURRET. It's still not a great matchup, to be fair, because they still have the neutral Swift, and we don't get really to the Fighting type damage for quite a bit. And I overfarm here by a little bit, which I think is still ideal though. You kind of want to have good fast move timing against the FURRET, otherwise it's going to be making this matchup just a little bit worse for yourself. And so here I can go for the Brick Break. This allows us to get them low enough that we can farm them all the way down. We should have been able to farm them all the way down, but we lagged a turn and got unlucky that they got the charge move through in time, which forced us to use a shield here, which should have never happened. Like, you can scroll back, the opponent went for 3 fast moves, I went for 2 fast moves. They would have needed to go down there, but apparently I lagged so much that I needed to use a shield there now to realign myself. So that is of course going to impact the battle by quite a bit, but yeah, like that's the thing as well. I don't really need to complain about lag. Like, I had people having lag against me as well, like on their side. So like I'm not going to go on this kind of route, but I need to explain at least to you that like certain matchups would be different in the usual scenarios, and this would be one of them. So anyway, we're going to have here Arctipex against us. I go for the Body Slam just because I was hoping they maybe have Icy Wind. Why Icy Wind? Because it's going to allow us to get more fast move pressure onto them, which is way better. And now we can go for the Payback, which again, it does more damage than the Body Slam does. And we see already that this is going to do enough to knock them out. They have still the Jumpluff left. I show went for the Body Slam. Maybe I would have been able to even get there, but I can go for the Ice Punch now. Is 1 enough to knock them out? It is barely not enough, and 1 more fast move is enough, which, yeah, we're going to guarantee win the battle there. Grumpig is going to be our next opponent's elite here, which is going to be a Pokemon that we can definitely deal with as I swap out into a Dugong. I just gonna go for a little bit of damage here onto them just before I swap out into my Dubwool, because I can't deny the opponent's fast move anyway. I'm gonna be able to get some damage onto this matchup here, which is just going to make it a little bit easier for us. Not too sure we're gonna be able to win this matchup anyway. I should go for the Payback here, which I do as well. That's a great play by me, because otherwise they're going to be able to Lostheart here line themselves, but I can just let the move go here. And now I can go for the body slam spam, and this is where kind of body slam spam comes in clutch. But to be fair, I think I could have overfarmed by one more. And yeah, this would have definitely mattered a little bit there as well. Would have allowed us to have a bit more energy now, which could have allowed us to get to a payback, for example, against this Grumpig, which would have been great. Sure, still went for the body slam, but I didn't. And here, I wanted to swap out way earlier, but I guess I just clicked next to the button or something. I wasn't able to swap out. I get the free fast move in anyway, so I don't think really a lot has changed here in the matchup for us. But I actually get to the Swift way faster than I expected here, so maybe something did change. Yeah, I still gonna play it out. And you know, it might seem a little bit weird for me to no-shield both of those moves because I'm gonna play it a bit risky with that one. But what I know is that I'm still gonna be able to go for another Brick Break, and I have an Ice Punch stored. They're at -2 defense. They are already low. They are gonna go down here. And so now they have a Grumpig and 2 shields on my side and 0 shields on your side. What do you want to do? You want to go for the Shadow Ball? Have fun with that. 2 of those Shadow Punches should be enough from this range to knock them out, especially with the Hex damage increasingly adding up onto the opponent's HP. And with that, this is going to be a very good game, as a Dusclops is going to be able to knock them out here. Honestly, this team is lovely. This team is absolutely amazing. Again, I got up to way past Legend there as well with this team. Here, cool Pokemon, by the way. Kecleon is a Pokemon I want to still try out. Kecleon is a great Pokemon to run. Kecleon has a very cool moveset. It has everything. I think it has Thunder, it has Ice Beam, it has Aerial Ace, it has the Foul Play. It's literally Swiss Army Knife. I really would like to play this Pokemon as well. You might see a video towards this Pokemon eventually on the channel as well. And here, look at this. They're gonna force shield from me. They force shield against most fighting type Pokemon, to be fair. So yeah, Kecleon, cool Pokemon to run in the current meta. Jumpluff comes back in. We are going to be able to go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw against the opponent now, which is going to allow us to get some more damage on them. But yeah, it puts them into Ice Punch range, but we still have a FURRET in the back. And now it depends on if FURRET and Double are going to have a great matchup together. I'm going to go for the Body Slam spam here, because think about it, they have 2 shields. They kind of want to most likely keep this Pokemon alive, especially for the Dusclops. So for me, there's no real reason to not go for the Body Slam spam here instead. And so I get the shield from them here. I'm gonna be able to use a shield as well, and I'm just gonna spam them. I'm just gonna spam them all the way with the Body Slams. I don't really care what they want to do with that. I am just going to be able to do so much pressure onto them. We're gonna get the shield from the opponent, and they catch the move. Well done there. Great catch onto our Body Slam, but this puts them definitely into Ice Punch range, but they have even a CMP tie catch, which gonna make it a little bit more awkward, because yeah, I have to get to the Ice Punch now. I have to knock them out. They still have energy on the Jumpluff as well, I think. I get rid of this thing, but can I get rid of that FURRET? I am not too... No, I can't. No. I just can't. Trailblaze coming through here. You see the damage output. I have to get to minimum 2 Ice Punches, but I'm fairly certain I'm gonna lose the CMP tie against this thing. And with that, I'm going to lose the battle. A Shadow Punch would have not been an... Oh, wait. Why did I not go for the Swift here? I don't know. We take it. Good game. Anyway, next opponent. Magcargo. Magcargo is cool. I like this Pokemon. I kind of would like to try it out as well. Magcargo is always, like, for like the limited meta, is one of my favorite Pokemon. Yeah, okay, that's kind of... It's kind of lucky, yeah, of course. They're coming back, though. Don't worry, like, it's not just going to be like this. Here, the Incineroar comes through. Yeah, of course. It was late, okay? Sorry, taking advantage of this kind of stuff. They always take advantage against me as well. Like, has any opponent ever waited against you? Has never happened towards me. Like, I usually get just farmed down. So yeah, I don't even need to really apologize there. But also was super late when I did those battles, which you maybe actually gonna see later on as well. There might be some times where I just didn't hit all the bubbles because I was maybe falling asleep. But anyway, I just need to get my battles done and I didn't have enough time during the day. So yeah, we're gonna see here the Chestnut getting the superpower off, going to allow us to go back into our Dusclops, going to allow us to go back into our hakamo-o, but I'm a little bit worried that hakamo-o doesn't have the greatest matchup in the back. We see the Rock Tomb coming through. I wish there would be better pacing with hakamo-o. I don't think a Dragon Claw would have done enough damage with the debuff that we had on us. And here I decided to use a shield, which maybe wasn't the smartest idea. It's going to be the Rock Tomb, but we knocked them out here, which is cool. In comes Jumpluff. In comes Jumpluff. That is okay, though. We have Ice Punch for this thing. We just need to get to the Ice Punch here. We have the shield still left as well. We can go for Dragon Claw to just kind of get a little bit of more damage to put them into Ice Punch range. And I think we're going to be fine here. I can't see us losing this one. I am going to shield this one. They might still have a Frenzy Plant though, or we can just go straight for the charge move. This avoids all of kind of the hassle before wondering if they're going to knock us out with the Chestnut or not, because now they have no choice. They're going to lose this battle. We are going to be able to go for that big Shadow Punch. knock them straight out of here. And with that, we can also maybe just claim maybe a set here real quick. And as you're gonna see, this team worked out quite well. It got me all the way up to, yeah, nearly 3,100. But this is not it for today. We still have a few more battles left. Yeah, we're gonna see here some battles. I cut out some battles at the end now for this final set just because I definitely lost some where I just forgot to completely tap. So sorry about this one. It was a very, very long day. Anyway, we're going to see here the boys I'm spamming against this one. Here is where, for example, Wild Charge would have been cool, but they maybe expected Wild Charge anyway, and that's why I used the shield here immediately, which is going to be great for us anyway. We can go for the payback now. This is going to allow us to get the fire shield from the opponent. We're gonna be able to go into a hakamo-o. We should resist every charge move. I'm fairly certain the fire typing is resisting the bug typing. And they go to Talonflame, which is generally fine. But I think I misplayed this battle a little bit by going into my hakamo-o like this. I think I did. But let's see. We're gonna be able to use a shield. All good. I think I can go for 3 fast moves before going for the charge move here though. I hope I do that. I do. Okay, I like that. I would have not been able to go for another one. I would have get another charge move onto me with that. But what we're gonna see here is what I realized at this point as well in the back is going to be very like the FURRET, and I should have played it differently. Absolutely should have played it differently. As we will see here as well, I'm going to be able to go for the Dragon Claw, and at this point I realized it. At this point it was already too late. I need to keep the energy on this Pokemon. There's the FURRET coming in. I was hoping it wouldn't be a FURRET, but at this point I just gonna be able to forfeit. There is nothing I can do here anymore. We don't have fighting coverage on this Pokemon, we have it on the evolution. So to be fair, I was like, oh, maybe we could ask for fighting type coverage on Dusclops. No, we don't need it. Like honestly, if you want to have this Pokemon fighting type coverage, just evolve it and you're fine. But like this, we're going to sadly lose this battle. But I lost it because I couldn't predict the opponent's team correctly there, which is fair. Like that was my own fault. That is a bit of an issue here though. We're going to have the Primeape against us. We can go for Shadow Punch spam. Shadow Punch spam is kinda great for us, as we are going to be able to get some nice damage in. And I can keep this one around for the Clodsire later on. So I swap out into my hakamo-o, and I'm just gonna no-shield. I know I survive a close combat here, and they're not boosted. And they go for cross chop, which means I can just win this matchup without having to use a shield, which is absolutely beautiful because now we have a shield advantage and switch advantage. I can still go for the Dragon Claw. This is not even that important for the damage here, but look at the right side. My switch clock is now going to come up if I would have not sought out straight away, but yeah, that is me playing it way too late for my time. I am not going to be able to really do anything with that, but it doesn't really matter because they stayed in anyway. So like, yeah, I should wait out the switch clock, so I had at least the option to swap out later on. But Ice Punch still coming in. We're going to be able to hit all the bubbles here at least. That's going to be great for me. And we will be able to go for the full farm now. Not in time though. I'm going to have to let the move go, I think. At the Earthquake, and they're going to have in the back the Jump Love. As long as I hit a 1 charge move here, I win. I just need 1 Ice Punch on them. Okay, good game. Like, that's literally as simple as this. Because what I can do now is I can even let the move go if I really want to. I use a shield, that's fine as well. I can just go for another Ice Punch, knock them out here, or just put them into range where 1 payback is enough. So I can just go for my double now. I can go for the payback maybe? I don't know. Body Slam is not enough from this range. Absolutely not. But payback would have. I don't know if I want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. I just want to get the damage on here, which I feel like is fair. They still have the Clodsire without any energy, and I put them even into farm down range anyway here, and yeah, they stay in for too long. They go down, and we will win this battle. Good game to the opponent. Bye-bye, Clodsire. Okay, yeah, final battle here for today. Dragonite lead is actually pretty solid for us because we can just go straight for the Ice Punch, I want to say. They catch it on the Magcargo, great catch. Sure went for the Shadow Punch anyway. Like, why not bait there? Like, there's no point of actually going straight for the Ice Punch. But we have our good answer against Magcargo, which is going to be hakamo-o. Hakamo-o is good to do super effective damage, but also resist every hit from the opponent. Could went for better fast move timing here, I think. I should have mostly done that as well. But at this point, I'm actually going to decide to go for the shield and full farm down because at least I still have Dragon Claw for the Dragonite later on then. Overheat is coming through, so good shield for me, otherwise they would have been able to align themselves. And we are shield down, but they're gonna go into the Dragonite anyway, which will allow me to go for this charge move here. Dragon Claw comes through, we're gonna swap out here. We have still the Shadow Punch coming in against the opponent. They don't know if this is an Ice Punch or not, so they're very likely gonna use a shield. They know if it's an Ice Punch or not, but I can farm them down with Hex, so I'm gonna use a shield here. That is, I think, a solid play. And I go into Blastoise, and that is a Pokemon we can deal with, I think. We have the Shadow Punch coming through. Rowlet is resistant of Fighting type. We have our Double, which is neutral. I think we're grand. Like, I think we're gonna be fine here. I don't really think there is anything the opponent can really do here to win this battle, as I can go for the Brick Break. I am actually going to be able to hit all the bubbles, which I'm very proud of myself. I think it was just the 2 battles where I just fell asleep during the battles that I got out, so I was fine. But the rest is all in here, and you see on how good this team is. Even with, yeah, not playing everything perfect here, great catch on the opponent, I still had to go for the charge move anyway. We are going to be able to have a great time here. I assume that I'm going to be able to survive 2 Hydrocans here, by the way. Double is quite a bulky boy. And so Hydrocan first coming through, and I think I can survive another one, so I think I'm going to be fine here as well. Going for my own Body Slam, I can, and with that, I will be able to win the battle. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. Double is definitely back, but also, yeah, hakamo-o is a great meta breaker in the current meta, so definitely give this Pokemon a try, and I will see you then. Bye bye.